Morning, my friends. I'm MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa. I can't wait for the countdown to tell you about this great weather. Here it is, the last day of tropical shirts, the last day of record high temperatures. Some places have had 5 days in a row of in the 70s and 5 days in a row of record high temperatures. Looks like it's going to be the longest stretch of 70s in November in several cities like Grand Rapids and maybe the Lansing area, pretty much all across the southern half of Lower Michigan. Yesterday, Traverse City, 79 degrees. That was the warmest November day on record there, dating back to 1897, something like that. But it is back to reality. So here we go. Today should be mostly dry. There are a couple of stray sprinkles, light showers north of Grand Rapids, around Big Rapids, maybe toward the Ludington and Pentwater areas. The main precipitation, that's way off to the west, and it will be waiting until this evening to come through the area, most of Lower Michigan this evening. Here's your radar forecast, and we're going to use the North American model today. Hey, good morning, Sandy Perry from Indian River, and good morning, Dolly Hanselman. Michael Kula needs a pineapple shirt too, yeah. So here's the radar forecast, and we're into noon today. I'm stopping it at noon for you. Another amazing day. Probably not a sunny, very sunny day. You might get occasional sunshine. Now we're into the afternoon, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Cold front off to the west, showers, thunderstorms off to the west, but we are in the warm sector. We are basking again. Another great evening for grilling. This is 8 o'clock this evening, 9, 10 o'clock. So as you get to the Grand Rapids area, it's still going to be well after dark before you get any rainfall. This is 11 o'clock and midnight. That's the time period where, especially at this time of the year, if there's a line of thunderstorms, it starts to fall apart because it just loses the heating of the day and the instability of the day. So we're at 1 o'clock in the morning, and it's just a line of showers starting to come through northeast Lower Michigan, coming through Bay City, Saginaw, Midland, middle of the night, down through Flint, Owasso, Lansing, and then 4 in the morning, maybe as it dwindles coming toward Detroit, but it's not much at all. And then we go through Wednesday and Thursday, dry weather. But that is a cold front, and we are 25 degrees warmer than normal, so we will cool down. Here's another look at it for you out into the extended term. This is the European model. So there's your cold front already through tomorrow morning, and you see the blue lines, not the red lines anymore. That means we are going to be cooling down. And on Friday, a system comes across the northern part of the UP, but Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, Lower Michigan, all dry, although cooler, back into the 40s and 50s. Hey, good morning, Patty Lynn Lund from Eaton Rapids. Yes, last year we had a snowstorm at this time, a big one, 10 to 15 incher or so. So this is the weekend, Saturday. Next rain's showing up pretty consistently at Saturday night. This is Saturday night here that you're looking at, and this is Sunday. So Saturday night and the Sunday showery, then the colder air pours in for a couple of days. Okay, my headline says this cold stuff not going to last. I'll show you what I'm talking about here in a moment. So this is Monday, and we're in flow, cold enough for probably snow showers all across the area. Tuesday, nothing significant in the east side of the state. Northwest lower, you might get a few inches of snow out of that. Then the warmth comes roaring back already by Wednesday. So the cold is going to have a real tough time being long lasting, it looks like. I got to show you this, though. This is the total snowfall forecast over the next 72 hours. Yeah, western part of the UP could have several inches, and you get back into western Wisconsin, Minnesota, it's there. It's 6 to 10 inches of snow, so winter's not all that far away, but it is there. A little different of a perspective for you. here. This is the precipitation type. So I showed you the European going out into the weekend and early next week. This is the precipitation type, just so you can get a feel that obviously tonight's is all rain across lower Michigan. And as we go into Friday, that little system swings through, and Jason is moving to the Upper Peninsula. This is the weekend storm system, so that's snow in the western part of the UP, but rain elsewhere. And then as the colder air moves in early next week, we could get some snow showers into the area. Okay, I thought I had temperatures lined up for you. Bear with me here in a second. What I want to show you is I want to take you out to the 10-day forecast off of the European. This is where I stop it. Will the rain be out of here in time at daylight, November 15th? I would say no. I would say Sunday is a showery day, probably. You might get more the off and on spurts of showers by start of firearm deer season. Look at 10 days out. That's next Wednesday. And look at the bubble of warmth starting to build once again. Bear with me here, folks. I thought I had one thing set for you, but just bear with me. I'm going to find something for you here on the high temperatures, just so you know what is going on. Yeah, I know I can't blame it on Monday, right? Okay, here we go. So, today, we're into the 70s with record high temperatures again. Tomorrow, we are into the 50s in the southeast, 40s from Grand Rapids to Saginaw north and west. And then Thursday, we'll call it low 50s. And Friday, maybe trying to cool down. Saturday, bounce back to the upper 40s. Sunday, start of firearm deer season. And we're looking at 50s in the south, 40s in the north. And then Monday, the colder air starts to come down in. But I did write a post yesterday about it looks like the next anomalously, if that's a word, anomalous warm spell will be about Thanksgiving week. It looks like we're going to turn warmer than normal. But again, I have to remind you that every day now we're losing power of the sunshine, so that if you look at our average high temperature, about every 2 to 3 days now, it goes down a degree. So as we go into next week, where we have a normal high of 50 now, 7 days from now, we're going to be 3, maybe 4 degrees cooler than that, mid 40s. So if you're warmer than normal, I think we could have some 50s Thanksgiving week. We'll have to see how it shapes up, but maybe 60s in southern Michigan. Just depends. But the point being is, right now, there's no sign of long-lasting, extremely harsh winter weather. And I would say I see that not happening at least through the first week of December. But check out my post on MLive about what the European model and the GFS model out into the extended term through December say. And again, I want to emphasize that it does not mean, I'm not saying that we will not have any winter conditions. I'm saying that if you average 30 days, December is probably going to come in warmer to possibly much warmer than average. There you have it. Thanks for joining me on the MLive Morning Weather Update. We've got a dry, record-setting tropical shirt day today. Quick line of showers tonight. No storms with that because they die out. And then we're back to cooler air and no more tropical shirts for a while for me. Take care. I'm MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa. Thanks for joining me this morning.